Vernon Vibes is brought to you in part by United Water, the official water company of Vernon Township. United Water, involved in the communities they serve.
Discover the treasure that's in your own backyard at Crystal Springs Resort. It's the perfect way to escape your daily routine with luxury spas, award-winning golf, fabulous dining, mineral sports club, and so much more. Even treat yourself to an overnight stay for that special occasion. Great recreation and world-class amenities. It's all right here in beautiful Sussex County at Crystal Springs Resort.
Attention athletic directors, high school coaches, youth recreation directors. Too busy on the field to worry about your insurance? Put D&H Alternative Risk Solutions into the game and let us give you peace of mind for all your insurance needs. D&H will provide you with A-rated insurance for your leagues, teams, sports clinics, summer camps, and rec programs. D&H will give you a one-page quote, saving you time. Let D&H provide you with a no-obligation quote today. D&H Alternative Risk Solutions, local insurance for your local athletic program needs. Call 940-1851 or visit risksolutions.com.
Welcome to Vernon Vibes. As always, this is a time I cherish when I have the opportunity to speak to you, the people of Vernon, directly about the things that are going on in your town and in our government. And this evening, I would like to start off with a very big thank you to an awful lot of people who made our holiday tree lighting on December the 7th an extremely successful event. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the Vernon Township Fire Company for making their building and their properties available to our recreation department and making us feel at home and comfortable once again as we were entertained by the choral groups from the various Vernon Township schools, and we were treated to goodies that were in fact served by the youth group from the Vernon PAL. And so some specific groups that I would be remiss if I didn't thank. A, the Department of Community Affairs here in Vernon Township, headed by Mrs. Melissa Wiebrock. Once again, a big success. Missy did a tremendous job, as she always does, and the people that were in attendance had a great time. From my vantage point, seeing the eyes sparkle and the smiles of the youngsters as Santa arrived, and as they had the opportunity to see the fireworks display, which was actually the culmination of the evening's festivities. It was truly a great opportunity for Vernon people to come together and begin our holiday celebration. In addition to the Department of Community Affairs, the Vernon Chamber of Commerce played a very big role, as well as our Recreation Committee, and many, many of our local businesses contributed to making our Christmas party a success. So bear with me because I don't want to miss anyone. It's an important event, and so as I move through the list, think of these people, as a matter of fact, as those who support our community in ways that don't often get seen or credit. As I mentioned, the Vernon Township Fire Department, the Vernon Township Council, Mr. and Mrs. Stu Stumper, who can always be relied on for a great, great part of our Christmas holiday. The Valley National Bank, Heaven Hill Farms, PNC Bank, Dunkin' Donuts, Realty Executives, Pochuck Valley Farm Market and Deli. They're great apple cider donuts were there and everyone loved them. Gianna's Family Restaurant, Vernon Township Fire Prevention, Vernon PAL Leadership Students, the Glen Meadow Peer Group and Mrs. Belly, who leads them, the Vernon Township Department of Public Works, our police department, our schools and Board of Education, as well as the McAfee Ski and Snowboard, and the Vernon Township High School Photo Department under the direction of Mrs. Sabia, Rebecca, Amanda, Adrian, and Andrea. Those people took some great pictures. They are available if you'd like to see them on the Vernon Township Facebook page. It was a big success. If you missed it, don't miss it next year. It's a tremendously good time, and our youngsters as well as our parents thoroughly enjoy it. So a big thank you on behalf of our township to all who made it a success, and please accept my warmest holiday wishes to you and to your families, that in fact the holidays may be filled with joy, peace, love, and that we come again in touch with those things that are our humanity, caring for each other, helping each other, and seeing to it that our community is a place where we all are comfortable, safe, and full of joy as we celebrate these holidays. We'll be back in a minute to talk about some business.
Vernon Vibes is brought to you in part by United Water, the official water company of Vernon Township. United Water, involved in the communities they serve.
Discover the treasure that's in your own backyard at Crystal Springs Resort. It's the perfect way to escape your daily routine with luxury spas, award-winning golf, fabulous dining, mineral sports club, and so much more. Even treat yourself to an overnight stay for that special occasion. Great recreation and world-class amenities. It's all right here in beautiful Sussex County at Crystal Springs Resort.
Welcome back. You know, as you're trying to figure out what to get your child's teacher or bus driver or sports coach or just that person who has everything, why not shift your shopping this holiday season and choose local and independent? You can now buy gift certificates at the Copy Center, at Healthy Times Market, and Lakeland Pools and Spas to be redeemed at 14 of our local stores. Those stores participating are the Brookside Florist, the Copy Center, Designs by Monica, Dollar Plus, the Drunken Cherry Cookie Company, H&H Auto Parts, Healthy Times Market, Lakeland Pools and Spas, McAfee Hardware, McAfee Ski and Snowboard, the Mill Creek Boutique, Outcast Sports, Valley Paint and Hardware, and the Dairy Queen / Vernon batting cages. While these businesses support your child's sports teams, church fundraisers, our fire and police departments, and affairs like our Christmas tree lighting, wouldn't it be great for us to support those local businesses during this holiday season? Those of you who watch Vernon Vibes routinely know that behind me has been a very large billboard, and it's there for a very important reason. Our local businesses, in addition to being important to providing us with goods and services that we need, and in addition to supporting all of the civic groups, all of the sports programs, all of the school programs, they also are the basis of local employment. And in these tough times, with gas in excess of $3.50 a gallon, it may be economically beneficial to you as well as to the entire town to consider shopping locally and independent in 2012. I'm sure that our local merchants will look forward to and appreciate your business and support, and you will help them to continue their support of our community activities. So I ask you, please stop and think about shifting your buying pattern this year to local and independent in Vernon. I think you'll be glad if you do. We'll be back in a second.
Attention athletic directors, high school coaches, youth recreation directors. Too busy on the field to worry about your insurance? Put D&H Alternative Risk Solutions into the game and let us give you peace of mind for all your insurance needs. D&H will provide you with A-rated insurance for your leagues, teams, sports clinics, summer camps, and rec programs. D&H will give you a one-page quote, saving you time. Let D&H provide you with a no-obligation quote today. D&H Alternative Risk Solutions, local insurance for your local athletic program needs. Call 940-1851 or visit risksolutions.com.
Welcome back. A lot of people have asked me over the past 6 months, Mayor, why are you doing Vernon Vibes? What caused this to happen? And to be very candid with you, what I'm about to share with you, I think will illustrate clearly my motivation in talking to you directly about the business of Vernon Township. This past Monday evening at the Vernon Town Council meeting, we had an extremely busy schedule of items that our town council was dealing with. If you picked up the local paper the following morning, you would think to yourself that the only thing that happened was that people complained about the decorations in the center of town, and one of the councilmen made a joke about mistletoe in the town hall, and the chairman of the Environmental Commission resigned. Interestingly enough, the letter that I read into the record indicated that he did so for personal reasons having to do with his job, yet the local paper would lead one to believe that there was some controversy there. Not one inkling of reporting dealt with the following issues that I'm going to talk to you about, because they are important. And I can tell you that it is very, very frustrating for our town council and for this mayor to carry on the kinds of business on your behalf, important business, and pick up the newspaper and not even see a reference to what has happened. That's just not fair to you, because we all in America have come to rely on newspapers as a way of knowing what's going on in our community. I strongly believe that a better job can be done in reporting those issues that are dealt with by our local daily. Example. There has been an ongoing situation between Vernon Township and Lake Conway concerning the Lake Conway Dam now for in excess of a year and a half. The issues have to do with requirements in terms of reporting the structure and safety of the dam to the New Jersey DEP, and also dealing with any potential problems that there might exist with the dam. That issue is a very complicated and intricate issue, but important for the township to know and the people of Lake Conway to know. Your council and this mayor have in fact hired the Mazer Consulting Group to do an inspection of that dam immediately and to forward it to the DEP so that we can then move forward in a stepwise fashion to solve this problem. Not one word of that was anywhere in print this week. In addition, this mayor has been working on an agreement with the Pleasant Valley Lake Association in regard to a situation on one of their privately owned roads in the community, which we as a community plow and take care of as part of the Kelly bill, the Municipal Services Act bill. And there's a drainage problem that exists on a section of Evergreen Trail. And when it rains very, very hard, it literally floods. I don't mean that it gets water on it. I mean it floods to the point where getting an ambulance or a police car or a fire truck through is if not dangerous, near impossible. The solution to that problem in the total of things is a very inexpensive fix. However, at the present time, the Pleasant Valley Lake Association doesn't have the money to do it. We have worked out an agreement whereby our road department will do the necessary alterations to make this safety problem go away, and Pleasant Valley Lake will pay Vernon Township for those repairs spread over a period of time that meets their income based upon their dues. Those are the kinds of things that I believe are important to our community, and yet they don't get the kind of coverage in the newspapers that they deserve. And therefore, you as residents wouldn't have any idea that these kinds of things are going on. Lastly, I informed the town council Monday night in my report that the 2013 budget would in fact include an amount of $6,000 as Vernon Township share to become part of the North Watershed Coalition, whose objective is to in fact deal with the issue of watershed property in Vernon in which we are not being compensated for being the stewards of that property. It will be a negotiated situation. It will include 6 communities: Vernon, West Milford, Rockaway, Jefferson, Hardiston, Kinnelon. And we will together, in years past, each of these communities, ourselves included, attempted to deal with the issue with Newark and with the state, to no avail. It is our hope and our objective that by working together and bringing our 6 communities together to voice our demand for fairness, we believe that we can have a much better chance of success. The council and I both believe that $6,000 spread over the next 12 months is a small investment to get us a return to the kind of property tax or other compensation that would in fact take the burden off of Vernon residents and put it where it belongs. Again, none of that in the newspaper. In addition, the council authorized a contract with Sussex County in which they will be leasing from Vernon Township our nutrition site, which is in our senior citizen center downstairs. There was a lot of concern on the part of our senior citizens when the homestead was sold and the food services that were received here came from the kitchens of the homestead. What would happen? Would the lunch program go away? What was going to happen? Here's what's happening. There is an agreement between Sussex County and Vernon Township at the present time, which will reimburse Vernon Township for the employees necessary to serve the lunches that will be provided to our seniors. Those lunches will be part of the senior citizen services from Sussex County, and the food will come from the Newton Hospital. The program is an excellent program, and it's important for our people who depend on that. In some cases, some of our seniors, in all honesty, that's the only hot meal that they get in the course of a day. And it's important for those people to know that the program is ongoing and that Vernon Township and Sussex County, working together, will see to it that their needs are met. Again, without Vernon Vibes, you wouldn't know it. In addition, the engineering firm of Harold Pello Associates, Corey Stoner, our engineer, submitted and the council accepted the completion of Phase 2 improvements to Canister Road. That project is entirely complete. All of the requirements have been met by the contractors, and we will be making our final payment to those contractors. That project was in excess of $500,000. And many of you enjoy a much improved ride from the top of the mountain out to Route 23 as a result of it. Many, many people were involved in making it happen, including the previous administration as well as this administration. The project is done, and yet again, you as a resident in Vernon would have no idea that not only is it complete, but it soon will be paid for in full, and it will be done without increasing your property taxes. Lastly, a contract was authorized for the mounting of tools on the new pumper that the Vernon Fire Department will be taking delivery on in January. That will be the final step in placing a brand new pumper in the Vernon Firehouse, the very first new pumper to be added to the Vernon Fire Department's fleet, and one that has been long awaited by the Vernon Fire Company. A lot of work, a lot of effort from the truck committees of the fire company, from our fire marshal here in Town Hall, our business administrator, as well as the finance people, had to come together to make this happen. And so I'm proud to tell you that all of those things were accomplished at your last council meeting, and that that's not unusual. That kind of business is done on a routine basis and I would like to urge the local daily to begin reporting it. If they don't, please come back and watch Vernon Vibes, because I'll be happy to talk to you about it. We'll be back in a minute.
Vernon Vibes is brought to you in part by United Water, the official water company of Vernon Township. United Water, involved in the communities they serve.
Discover the treasure that's in your own backyard at Crystal Springs Resort. It's the perfect way to escape your daily routine with luxury spas, award-winning golf, fabulous dining, mineral sports club, and so much more. Even treat yourself to an overnight stay for that special occasion. Great recreation and world-class amenities. It's all right here in beautiful Sussex County at Crystal Springs Resort.
Welcome back. In our last session, I talked to you about the resolution of a long-standing potential lawsuit between Vernon Township and the Main Street Associates, LLC. At this past council meeting, the ordinance required to put this situation behind us had its first reading. At our first meeting in January, there will be the second reading, which will include a public hearing and the potential for a very expensive legal battle between Vernon Township and this company over the illegal taking of property by the township prior to the advent of this administration, and for that matter, the previous administration, was resolved and, in fact, brought to an end. And so I wanted to also point out to you that in addition to the issues that I touched base on in the previous segment, we also have taken what will be the final step in resolving a potential lawsuit that could have run into the hundreds of thousands of dollars against this township. And the last item of business that took place on this past Monday night, which was, I think, a very, very happy situation, was the second reading of an ordinance that in fact granted municipal historic designation to the Cedar Crest Farm on Route 515 in Vernon. That farm has been an active farm in Vernon Township since the late 1700s, and now it will join a long list of places in Vernon Township that will enjoy the historic designation and the benefits of that. I would like to congratulate our Historic Preservation Commission for their work, their tireless, endless work. We only see the result of it at the very end, but the amount of effort that goes into it, I think, would surprise all of us. So congratulations to Mr. Charles Bates, the chairman of the Historic Preservation Commission, and all of its members for their hard work. And thank you to the owners of the Cedar Crest Farm for, in fact, agreeing to include their farm in Vernon's Historic Preservation Program. We're all very happy about it. We wish them good luck. And I know that as we go down the road, people who live in Vernon will really come to appreciate, those who haven't will come to appreciate the designation of our historic sites before they've disappeared. So again, my congratulations. It's a great accomplishment, and we're proud of it. I'll be back in a minute.
Attention athletic directors, high school coaches, youth recreation directors. Too busy on the field to worry about your insurance? Put D&H Alternative Risk Solutions into the game and let us give you peace of mind for all your insurance needs. D&H will provide you with A-rated insurance for your leagues, teams, sports clinics, summer camps, and rec programs. D&H will give you a one-page quote, saving you time. Let D&H provide you with a no-obligation quote today. D&H Alternative Risk Solutions, local insurance for your local athletic program needs. Call 940-1851 or visit risksolutions.com.
Welcome back. As promised, here's a shout out for Mrs. Mitchell's 6th grade classes. I'm looking forward to you coming to Town Hall on the 17th for your tour. I know full well that you're going to enjoy it, and I know I will too. And so I wanted to say hi. Thank you for watching. I know from talking to Mrs. Mitchell that many of you watch the Vernon Vibes now routinely. I thank you for that. You'll be much better informed about what's going on in your town and frankly be able to discuss it in an intelligent way maybe even at home. You know, mom and dad work hard and they don't get the opportunity, and they don't get the opportunity sometimes to read the paper or watch the show. Those of you who are watching it, fill them in. If there's something that's important to your mom and dad, call it out to them. Ask them to sit down at their computer and take a look. My attempt in this program is to communicate with you, the people in Vernon, so that there aren't any surprises and there aren't people who wonder why or how or when or who. That's the objective. So I'm looking forward to seeing you youngsters on the 17th here at Town Hall. Mrs. Mitchell, thank you for bringing them. I know it's going to be a very good educational experience for you and them, and our senior citizens are looking forward to having lunch with each of you at the end of your tour. So again, hi, keep watching. I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. On another issue, on the 18th of this month, December 18th, at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, in Hopatcong Borough at the Hopatcong Middle School, the State of New Jersey BPU will be holding public hearings on the matter of JCP&L and their response to Superstorm Sandy. I will be there to testify. This is your opportunity as individuals to let the BPU know what you experienced during that very, very uncomfortable time. It's at 4 p.m., December 18th, at the Hopatcong Middle School. If you want to check for details, go to the Vernon Township website at www.vernontownship.com, and on the home page you will see the invitation from Governor Christie to attend and to speak out so that the BPU can in fact hear your experiences and your complaints and your suggestions as to how we can handle this situation in the future. So I would simply say, here's your opportunity. We have continued to gather petition signatures, and as you will recall, at our last session, I reported 250. That number is now above 500, and it continues to rise daily as people have taken it upon themselves to walk their neighborhoods and to glean signatures so that we can, in fact, show the BPU that many, many, many of us suffered not only through Superstorm Sandy, but also through the snowstorm of 2011 on Halloween and Irene. Enough is enough. And as I'm sure you all know, if you follow the newspapers, our friends from JCP&L are looking for a rate increase to pay for storm damage. Here's a piece of information for you. They already have a part of their rate approved specifically to handle storm damage. Interesting, huh? At any rate, I look forward to you being there. I want to assure you that our campaign to make JCP&L either improve dramatically or give up their franchise is just beginning to gather momentum. And those of you who would like to be part of it, please step up and do what's necessary, get those petitions in, and go before the BPU and let them hear in your words what you experienced. I think that will be far more dramatic than just your mayor being there with a presentation, which we will do. But I think that in most cases, our commissions, boards, and legislative groups listen a lot more attentively to individuals than they do to politicians. So having said that, I want to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We will have one more Vernon Vibes show before the year is over, and we hope to do a year in review for you. So until such time, stay safe, be joyful, and let us all join hands in peace and love. God.
Discover the treasure that's in your own backyard at Crystal Springs Resort. It's the perfect way to escape your daily routine with luxury spas, award-winning golf, fabulous dining, mineral sports club, and so much more. Even treat yourself to an overnight stay for that special occasion. Great recreation and world-class amenities. It's all right here in beautiful Sussex County at Crystal Springs Resort.